Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, September 10th, 2020, and the U.S. stock market is closed. We had a horrible day today. Um, it kind of reminded me of something a long time ago. Some 30 years ago, I got my start trading futures, and I was trading bonds and pork bellies and coffee and full contracts of S&P, believe it or not. Yeah, and I did really well in that period, but I was also took huge risks to get where I got, and probably was too foolish to really even realize how the risks I was taking. But I ran a counter from an original $6,000 up to well over $100,000. In the last year that I worked, I was trading $100,000 account, and I was making about $200 a day as a school psychologist, and as a $200 a day school psychologist, I had equity swings daily that would go anywhere from $2,000 all sometimes as high as $20,000. And when I when I took a hit sometimes as a $200 a day school psychologist and took a hit of say $12,000 loss in coffee or something like that, yeah, I went in the restroom and I threw up, and I did a fair amount of throwing up that last year. Uh, and today I gotta say that things got so bad that I got pretty close to throwing up. That's how bad today was. So, with that little introduction, I'll tell you what went on. Yesterday, we first of all, the 3 days prior to yesterday, the Dow had fell about 1,800 points. And then yesterday it rallied 600, over 600 points up here, but then it backed off and closed up over 400 points, even with this pullback. And we had 21 positions on, and if you saw my video yesterday, I was very concerned that we'd have a lower open this morning, and when we only had $2,000 of positive open trade, and I thought this looked pretty scary. Well, that did not happen. Today started out spectacular. I couldn't believe it. It gapped up, the Dow gapped up, but not a huge gap up, but our equity just went through the roof. And out of those 21 positions, rather than getting killed, we closed those 21 positions, all but one of them, closed out 20 of the 21, and we closed those out with positive $21,000 plus. So, you can't believe that. I mean, that's just a great way to start the day. It got even better in this. I mean, it's just unbelievable. In the first 15 minutes, after we got out of those 20 positions, we got into an additional about 9 new positions. I can't remember. It was between 8 and 10. But we got into all those positions right at the beginning of our new buying cycle. And 15 minutes into that new buying cycle, with these 8 to 10 new positions, we were up $17,000 in open trade equity, if you can believe that. So I took out $21,000 in profits and closed out trades from the 21 positions we had coming in, and we got into new positions, and within 15 minutes we're already up to $17,000 in open trade. This looks like the biggest day of the year almost. I mean, this is fabulous. And then it all came apart from there. And that's when I started to feel like I needed to throw up. You can see here what happened with the Dow, which kind of mirrored what was going on in our account. The Dow was positive, obviously right here, and it just started slipping, 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 and ended up closing down 406 points. So basically, the Dow gave up everything today that it gained yesterday, and so we're looking down the barrel of a gun for tomorrow on Freaky Friday. What happened to our equity? Unbelievable. We went from being positive 17,000 up here to negative 21,000 on the close. So we have a swing difference here from our highs that were here to the lows on the close of just under $40,000. So a $40,000 swing difference from our highs to our lows. Yeah, and that's going to make just about anybody throw up. Boy, this is really, really tough to take. And I think the gag response comes to the fact that I haven't seen stocks get quite this bad in quite a while. I mean, they really kind of scared me today, and I'm looking at this and what is going on? This is not good. And please don't email me or call me, ask me what should I do, Bob, because I'm not sure. I'm scratching my head and just trying to figure out what is the best thing to do. Maybe I'm overreacting to this, but I do not like this feeling. And we just haven't seen stocks doing this stuff quite this crazy in a long while. And it doesn't feel very good. Anyway, I will show you. I'll show you a couple stocks here, just to show you how bad this was. This first one is FLGM, and that is Fluid Gym Corporation. And we had bought this yesterday, and it had closed against us. But then, just like everything I'm telling you about, it takes off this morning like a bird. And when it takes off this powerfully on the open, we stay with it. That's the way the algorithm works. And so this was one of those stocks that was making all that money right at the beginning of the day. And, an hour in here, Fluid Gym Corporation, it's up like $5,000-$6,000 up here. And then it starts to fade, and we end up getting stopped out down here. And we've given up a lot of profits there, but we're still getting out of it with $2,400. $2,400 stopped out. Okay, too bad. It happens sometime. But then the thing turns around and we get re-entered. And we have one bar where we're profitable, and then it fades and fades and fades. And we're holding that thing now in open trade down $2,900. So we were stopped out with $2,400 profit, but we're holding $2,900 $100 in loss, and God knows what's going to happen tomorrow. So this is just kind of is symbolic of the kind of day we had. I'll show you another trade that is really symbolic of the kind of day we had. This is Overstock, OSTK. It gaps up. We bought by those gaps, and this thing just screamed. And again, this was one of those stocks was making all that money the first 15 minutes that was in. That was right up here, and Overstock is up right here at the top. It's up $7,000. We've already made $7,000 15, 20 minutes into the day in Overstock. And then, just like everything else, every single thing we had just turns and starts slipping and slipping and slipping and slipping. And when we get down here to the close, we're down $5,000. So there's a $12,000 swing difference here in Overstock from its high to where it closed on the whole close. And again, God knows what it'll do tomorrow. We don't know. But this swing difference mirrors that $40,000 swing difference I was just talking to you about. So, yeah, it was a into the restroom and throw up kind of trading day. Boy, I'm just wrung out. I'm beside myself. Don't know what to say except wish everybody a happy evening. I'll see you tomorrow morning on Freaky Friday.